Light. Taking care of the eye. Problems of the eye. You have some idea of how the eye actually works. There are so many parts involved. They all have to work properly in order to see. Even if one thing in the chain doesn't work, then the result is that you can't see. Not being able to see things perfectly is called a visual impairment. You must have seen older people needing glasses when they read. That is because they can't clearly see things that are very close, especially small print. Some of your friends who are your age might be needing glasses too. That is because they can't clearly see things that are far away. Luckily, both these problems are simple problems of the lens of the eye not squeezing or stretching properly. So they can be fixed by wearing glasses or contact lenses. You know that the lens of the eye is transparent. What if it starts becoming opaque or cloudy? Then light cannot pass through it into the eye. When that happens, obviously one cannot see. This problem is called a cataract. Usually, it affects people in their 60s or 70s, but sometimes babies are born with it. What if the blood vessels of the retina get damaged? This can happen to people who are suffering from diabetes. That's why people who are suffering from diabetes are told not to smoke and to keep their blood sugar and blood pressure at healthy levels. You know that there is a gel in the hole space inside the eyeball. What if the pressure of this gel increases? That can damage the nerve that carries messages from the eye to the brain, that is, the optic nerve. That's a serious problem too. This is called glaucoma. Usually, even this happens only in adults, but sometimes kids have it too. You know that we have rods and cones in the retina. The cones are the ones that sense color. What if the cones that sense red don't work properly? Then you can still see things, but you can't understand shades of red. So to this person, blue and purple will look the same because they can't see the red part in the purple. This can happen for the green cones or even the blue cones. Many colorblind people don't even realize that they are colorblind. Have you seen anyone having conjunctivitis or pink eye? It's an infection of the conjunctiva, which is the white part of the eye and inner eyelids. It is usually infectious, meaning it can spread to other people, but it can even be caused by allergies. Taking care of the eye. Get your eyes examined by an eye specialist. If you think you can't see things well or clearly, tell your parents and go see an eye doctor, ophthalmologist. It's a good idea to have your eyes checked every 2 years or so. If your family has a history of glaucoma or early cataracts, then it's better to keep getting checked even more frequently. Insufficient light strains the eyes and may give you headaches. Light that is too bright can damage the eyes. If you get any foreign objects or particles in your eye, don't rub it. Flush it several times with water and then see an eye doctor. If you are hit on the eye and your eye looks strange or pains, go see an eye doctor. Don't wear contact lenses if you have a pain or injury in your eye. That can make it worse. When you are staring at a mobile or a computer screen, be sure to blink enough. That helps to protect your eyes and reduce the strain. If you use contact lenses, follow your doctor's orders about cleaning them, the number of hours you can wear them, and how and when to replace them. If you don't, you could develop serious eye problems later. How animals see the world. You know that rods sense light and cones sense color. Dogs have only blue cones and green cones. They don't have the red ones. So, they don't see as many colors as us. They can see only shades of blue and yellow. Cats see the same way too. In fact, most mammals do. Though we see more colors, dogs and cats have more rods than we do, so they can see better at night. And don't think humans are the best color detectors. Bees and butterflies have 4 types of cones, so they can even see ultraviolet. Macaws see everything in ultraviolet vision. Many snakes have the ability to see infrared, which is also called thermal sensing. So even in pitch dark, they can see a warm body approaching them. In humans, the cones don't work in dim light. So we see only in shades of grey in dim light. But some animals still see colors at night. The gecko has no rods in its eyes, so its cones have evolved to be super sensitive. They can see colors 350 times better than us in dim light. Lemurs have such excellent night vision that they can still make out colors in almost complete darkness. The king of color-seeing animals is the mantis shrimp. It has 16 types of cones and can see 10 times more colors than a human. Its eyes are also independent of each other and see in 2 different directions at once. So, why do bulls attack a red cape? Just because it's moving. Not because it's red. Bulls are colorblind. Scientists say that good color vision helps animals find food on the land or in the water. For land animals, good color vision helps to tell the difference between ripe red fruit and unripe green fruit. Colors can also make animals more attractive to each other when they mate. Finally, the ability to see colors helps animals identify predators, other animals who may attack them. Do you know what a dragonfly's eyes look like up front? They have eyes that consist of thousands of tiny hexagonal eyes, giving them nearly 360-degree vision. Chameleons can rotate their eyes 360 degrees independently of one another. Slugs with their eyes on long stalks have surprisingly strong vision. Visually challenged people. People who have trouble seeing normally are called visually challenged or visually handicapped people. You know that some may have a problem since birth, some might have developed it later due to a disease, accident, or even a deficiency. A person who has lost his eyesight can still live, but has to depend more on other senses. So they pay more attention to what they feel and hear. With modern technology, there are machines and sensors that have been developed to help visually disabled people live their life with more ease. We now have software that can read out to a blind person. Before technology could help to make gadgets to read out to the blind, people still had other ways of reading. They used the Braille system. Each letter is represented by a different combination of raised dots. Each Braille letter can be felt by a finger, and that way the blind person can move her fingers over the text and read the page. This system is named after its creator, Louis Braille. He lost his eyesight in an accident as a child. When he was 15 years old, he developed this code to write. Earlier, the Braille letters would be embossed on paper. But now, we have refreshable braille displays, which is an electronic device that can keep displaying different letters on the same surface. You can think of it as an e-reader for the visually challenged. Now, there are braille printers too, which give printouts in a form that can be read by blind people. All visually challenged people are not completely blind. Some may be able to see a little under certain conditions. Different kinds of lenses and devices also help these people see better. There are some remarkable achievements from people who have been visually challenged. You already know about Louis Braille, who invented the Braille alphabet. Helen Keller is another very famous personality to have achieved a lot, though she was blind almost since she was 1.5 years old. There are some notable Indian personalities too. Ravindra Jain was blind since birth. He excelled as a lyricist, singer, and music composer. Lal Advani, another blind achiever, worked a lot for special education and rehabilitation of disabled people in India. What did we just learn? Visually challenged people can read and write using the Braille system. Visually challenged people develop their other senses more sharply to improve their interaction with the environment.
If you like our videos, do share them and subscribe to our channel. If you want awesome quizzes, write to us. Keep watching and keep learning with Walnut.